DeBlasio's presidential campaign starts off haunted by a specter, the specter of death. In 2014, the mayor tragically ended the life of New York's Groundhog Day groundhog. Watch this.
This footage from Groundhog Day 2014 shows freshly inaugurated Mayor Bill DeBlasio appearing to drop Staten Island Chuck. A week after the DeBlasio fumble, the groundhog did a few more events before being found in its zoo space deceased on February 9th.
He killed the groundhog. He certainly couldn't be trusted to handle a groundhog. Are we ready to put America in his hands? Author and columnist Mark Stein has been watching the DeBlasio phenomenon since the day he killed that groundhog, and he joins us to answer that question. Mark, great to see you tonight. Are you ready for this?
Hey, well, America is going to end up like that groundhog. If we survive to see a DeBlasio inauguration on whatever it is, January the 20th, 2021, by the second week in February, we're going to be like that groundhog, Staten Island Chuck.
Slipping out of his hands onto the pavement, doing a double gainer to the sidewalk. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's horrible.
No, and I feel for Staten Island Chuck because he'd do a better job of running the city if he was still alive. The fact is, though, fumbling the groundhog, he actually fumbled the city and let it fall to the ground, and he doesn't care about it. But the thing here, Tucker, is, you know, the bar for entry in the Democratic primary is now so low. So if you look at DeBlasio, all his life he's heard that being mayor of New York is like the third most important position in America. People like Mario Cuomo, all their career were talked about as presidential material. DeBlasio switches on the TV and he sees the mayor of some town called South Bend, Indiana, is running for president. South Bend, Indiana has 100,000 people, give or take. New York City has 100,000 people who are homeless. And that's actually not an exaggeration. It has as many homeless people as South Bend has non-homeless people. And from de Blasio's point of view, the problem for his campaign is that every single one of those homeless people on the streets of New York is polling higher than de Blasio in Iowa and New Hampshire right now.
How can an adult man, I don't know how old DeBlasio is, he's pushing 60, I think. How can a man get that old without having anyone around him who's willing to tell the obvious truth that, no, you're not going to be president, the best you can do is humiliate yourself, please stop? Why is no one saying that to him?
Oh, give me a break, Tucker. That's actually the essence of presidential politics, isn't it? You know,
Probably.
Whatever. I mean, I don't like to mock you for that question, but there's like basically 7 dozen people running for president who none of them have anyone around. Beto O'Rourke doesn't have anyone around
Very good
to
point.
say, you know, don't reboot your campaign by getting a haircut. The essence is failing upwards here. Beto is presidential material because he lost to Ted Cruz. De Blasio is presidential material because he's wrecked New York. Stacey Abrams is everybody's preferred running mate because she lost by 50,000 votes in Georgia, but is going around pretending she hasn't. Failure is actually the critical ingredient for getting in the Democrat primary.
That's literally true. And it really shouldn't surprise us in a world that's completely inverted, where being a victim is the goal. Losing is winning. It's bizarre. No, it is bizarre. I wish I understood it better. Mark Stein, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.
Well.